What's up, everybody? This is your boy Abe, and you're now tuned in to the most exciting show coming out of a tub, BPI Sports Podcast, The Scoop. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Scoop. And today's guest, y'all know him as well as I do, Brandon Hendrickson. He is 2016 Arnold Champ.
Yep.
You heard it, champ. And 2018 Mr. Olympia Champ.
For real, champ.
For real. So don't make him have to repeat it again. If you're in a conference, you don't want to stand up because you'll sit right back down.
Do your homework.
And straight out of Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Hometown boys right here. Two guys out of Chicago.
312-630-7730.
Oh, man, I'm 312 right here. Shoot. What's up? We got you out here in HQ. How you liking South Florida so far?
It's a lot different than Chicago. I think right now it's 30 degrees in Chicago, cloudy. It's cloudy here, but 40 degree difference, 40 degrees warmer. So, man, I appreciate it. Just coming down here, being here at BPI, getting to meet everyone, feeling like I already feel like family. It's only been 3 days, and you guys are treating me so nice. So it's just a testament to how great the company is and just the way you guys run things here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. One more day in Florida, unfortunately, but hopefully I'll be back soon.
We got to talk to the people that booked that flight. That way we can keep you down here a little longer.
Yeah, why let me leave on Friday morning?
I don't know. Mike didn't want to get enough footage of this.
Yeah, I guess so.
We have to talk to him about that. Shoot, you gotta go down. You gotta hit the beach. There ain't no Lake Michigan or anything like that.
No.
I know you went up early. You woke up early, so
yeah.
So for a lot of people who think that this guy just posts shit on Instagram and that's how he gets paid, and then goes on stage, whips ass, and lives the life. No, this guy's up at 4 a.m. to go from Fort Lauderdale Beach all the way down to Miami Beach, which is almost about an hour drive, maybe 45 minutes, no traffic.
We got there by 6:30 a.m.
Yeah. So
straight, just shot.
And then you went, boom, straight into a shoot.
Well, yeah, we did the shoot on the beach. We finished about 7:30 a.m. and then drove straight to headquarters and filmed more. So it was a long day yesterday.
Dang. So
I don't know how I was even awake.
Cause you ain't in the cold.
Yeah, you're right.
You ain't in the cold.
By noon, it felt like 6 p.m. It was such a long day.
Yeah.
But then, I'm in Florida. I'm on vacation, so I can't just be in the hotel, just stuck. So we went out to Fort Lauderdale Beach and ate at Ibiza, had some red snapper, walked around the beach until it started raining, and then we went home. So
I feel you on that. Makes me kind of jealous. Brandon's the kind of guy that goes on vacation, and you gotta love to hate him. Go on vacation, and obviously he always got his meal preps because that's the job. Yep. But man, you go in a nice restaurant like that, I'm tearing it up.
Yeah.
I'm tearing it up and living it up all the way. No dessert, nothing?
Yeah, no. We margarita. We had a margarita.
Okay.
But
that's fair enough.
I'm in prep right now. I'm actually getting ready for the Arnold Classic. So I'm 13 weeks out. So I'm in here.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I can't really
You only have
around.
that much room for error.
And I only have one cheat meal a week. So I really have to strategize where I want to have that cheat meal.
Do you ever... For a cheat meal, do you ever pick a certain meal?
It just really depends on how I feel that day.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Usually I like, I don't know, it's not really a cheat, but I like sushi.
Okay,
so,
well, I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
That's what I got put on for this trainer thing I did. I got a burger, and then I got a sushi.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, when it came around to it, I ate so many crazy burgers with the egg and the avocado and the bacon and, it just got so intense that I was like, every time I eat this burger, I feel like shit.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
And I'm like, every time I go out and eat sushi, I feel great.
Better. Exactly.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm probably going to stick to the sushi from here on out.
Yeah,
so,
when I eat now, it's not just, I don't become selfish. I just want to taste this for this because then how I feel is not going to be worth it. So now that I'm older, I'd rather feel better and know that I'm off my plan a little bit, but I don't feel bad for it.
And you ate a hell of a lot of good food that you actually like.
Yeah, and
that makes sense.
Exactly.
We got a place down here. I went to it for one of my cheat meals. It's a Latin sushi fusion. It's called Kong Sushi.
Okay.
Dude, unreal.
Do they do sushi burrito type of stuff?
No. Nothing crazy like that. Like you've probably seen. I'll show you some of their stuff on IG. But for instance, one of their rolls, they have one that's called like Miami Crunch. That one I recommend. It has a bunch of stuff on top. I can't
you don't even know.
describe what it is. It's just
Right.
like an awesome version of what you would think a Japanese coleslaw would taste like.
Oh, wow.
And the roll itself is awesome. And I believe we ate something called a Romeo and Juliet. That it's a roll, and then instead of avocado on top, it's mango slices.
Wow.
But then in the middle of the roll, so the roll's circular, in the middle of the roll, it's filled with ceviche.
Oh, okay.
So then the mango is also like flavored by like the acidity
is it
that
like
the
a spice?
fish is cooked in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's cooked in like lemon and lime.
Got you.
And it's raw fish out up top.
Yeah.
So the reason why I like the bowl is heavy in protein.
Right.
And it tastes
Tastes
really good.
Yeah.
It's straight raw fish.
Yeah, that's my new thing now. Like I like bowls.
So-
We have a lot of places where you can just make quick bowls. We have a place called
Nice.
it's like a poke. Yeah, so I do that a lot sometimes. If I'm like out and I need something clean, I'll do like a poke
You guys,
bowl.
I'll tell you though, man. I know a lot of people, when you think Miami, you think vacation and all this stuff out here.
Yeah.
But maybe we're too spoiled with it and we live in that vacation mode. But the food in Chicago, I mean, dude, you guys
Yeah, there's a lot of culture.
in the city, I mean,
Yeah, we
you can
have
get some real deal Japanese food.
Japanese,
like
Italian,
ribs, everything.
Exactly.
Like, like you said.
You been in Portillo's?
Of course. That's the spot to be.
It's like the iconic Chicago restaurant.
You gotta
So if
go.
you ever go to Chicago, you gotta check out Portillo's.
Yeah, that's a must. What's the other one? The other deep dish place that they got out there
just
as well?
Giordano's.
Giordano's.
Which have you
You
heard
know
of?
what? I went to Giordano's last time after going to Portillo's, and I was like,
Yeah,
it ain't gonna happen
different.
again.
No.
I couldn't do it.
I think Giordano's is
couldn't
overrated.
eat as much at Giordano's. I feel like they
Yeah.
sold out already.
Bro, you
I
gotta
feel like it went
try-
commercial.
There's a place called Pequod's. It's in Chicago off of Harlem. It's like in the city.
Okay.
Pequod's. Way better
Pequod's.
than Giordano's. I don't go to Giordano's anymore.
I can't
go to
do it
Pequod's.
anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
fire
gonna be
though.
the spot. I gotta go peep that back out.
When you get back.
Nah, shit. And when I get back, I'm definitely gonna hit you up as well.
Yeah,
too.
of course.
See if we go around, and I gotta show you this one spot. It's obviously, you know how Chicago's. It's not divided, but we do have our towns.
Yeah,
where you
there's-
got like your little Italy and your
Chinatown.
Irish, your China, and my hometown back there looks like a scene in 2019. If you were in Aladdin. And the stop signs are like written in Arab,
Right.
and and there's just everything's written in Arabic. So that's just how the hood looks.
Yeah.
And you feel like Aladdin walking down the block.
Right.
So pretty much out there, it's a lot of Arab, Indian, and Jewish people out there
Yep.
in one city. It's close to Skokie.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you know how you know that mix right there.
Yep.
But dude, there's this Indian restaurant that makes a spicy pizza, a spicy pepperoni pizza, and it's huge. It's meant for family to share, and they
Yeah.
cut it in squares.
Okay.
That pizza is unreal. Dude.
Yeah, you don't remember the name?
It ain't a deep dish or anything. I
Okay.
forget the name.
Yeah.
But I know, like, outside, this is how you know the place is real. It says spicy pizza, and I'm like, damn, they got a thing off the menu.
That's the name of the
I think
restaurant?
the name of the restaurant is Express Pizza.
Oh, okay.
Or Express Indian Food.
Yeah.
And then, like, the same thing on the menu is on the door as well, too. It
Yeah,
says
yeah.
Spicy Pizza.
spicy
like,
pizza?
pretty much just letting you know, if you coming in here, you
like
might want to get this.
It's a warning.
You might want to get it. And I'm not too crazy about spicy food because I can't eat too much. But, man, that shit is good.
Yeah, I'm the same, bro. I can't
That shit
mess
is
with
good.
spicy food too
Me
much.
neither. Me
Now,
neither.
I think I used to a lot. My family's from the Caribbean, so we cook a lot with spices,
Yeah.
a lot of hot food. And I was smashing. I can't believe the foods I was eating back then. But now that I'm older and I've been eating clean since starting bodybuilding, I can't take that kind of food anymore.
No, dude, your
Real
system's
sensitive.
clean. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. I mean, think about how much, your intestines can hold in between there to your stomach. I mean, you hold so much in. And then after a while, it's like you said, you smash so much of that food,
Yeah.
that's a wrap.
You don't want that.
It's a wrap. You can't do it no more. Once you
Regret.
start eating clean, I mean,
Exactly. which is why I don't go crazy when it's time for a cheat meal, because I know how I'm going to feel after. I think about how I'm going to feel after. I didn't think about that before.
Yeah.
But now that I'm, older and in bodybuilding, it's like, how am I going to feel after I eat this meal? Is it worth it? It's got to be worth it.
I feel you on that. Shoot, let's well, before we jump out of Chicago, obviously, I could stay on the topic of Chicago. I love my hometown. Even though Brendan is Sox, I am Cubby.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Before he leaves, I'll give him one of these.
Southside.
My brother's a Sox fan, too, though.
I'm a Chicago fan. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, but you can only say that shit here, because if you say that back in Chi, it's like a fight at 12 o'clock.
I got a White Sox hat I wear at home. They know what it is.
Yeah, my brother's a Sox fan. I'm a Cubbies fan.
There you go.
But, if either of us make it,
then you would support. Exactly.
Yeah, you got it. You can't hate on home.
Not at all.
So before we jump out of that and we get into some fan-based questions for some of our fans out there who want to know a lot more about you, follow up on your career, and specifically, questions that they would ask you. So let's just round that up. We'll jump out of Chicago with this one question. One of the producers here and managers, Dennis, he brought up some information, and he said, Abe, make sure to double check with Brandon that he is, and this is exclusive for anybody who's in Chicago, he is Chief Keef's cousin, and he's the family member that he don't like. And I just wanted to know why.
I don't like.
Is it because you ripped all year long?
Yeah, probably, bro.
Nah.
Chief don't even live in Chicago anymore.
Hell no, you don't. Hell no, you don't. Not after all that shit that's been going on out there.
A lot of craziness.
No, Brandon's not related to Chief Keef.
I'm definitely not related. Big fan, though.
Yeah, I bumped the music, too.
Big fan.
There it goes. That's the dude I like.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's jump into it. So, obviously, you're dominating the scene now, bodybuilding. And a lot of fans like to know this. What's your inspiration? Like, when you started to, get into it, I don't know how young you were, or, was it sports? Was it, some people see cartoon characters, some people see heroes on TV, whatever the case is. What was it that, for you, that you said, whenever I hit that wall, I guess you could call it fighter's wall. We've all had it. You're coming up the mountain and you just fall back down toward the middle. But whatever that thing is, it just grasps you, and you're like, well, now I got to get up and do it again. So, and you go and you do it. Do you have anything like that that drives you?
Yeah, my inspiration has changed throughout the years, even from when I started bodybuilding to now. I can kind of start, I was an athlete in high school.
Okay.
Ran track, football, wrestling, and I played soccer. Okay. So that was my introduction into the gym, going to practice and then going straight to the gym to train after. And I wasn't eating properly because I wasn't educated on eating. I just knew you go train, you get whey protein. Okay. That's all I knew, whey protein. So I was training, and even with just that, I was starting to see results. And I was the kid with a six-pack, and even in high school, I had muscle. I was always in pretty good shape. And one day, I think I was looking in a magazine. I remember talking to one of my best friends, Kiki, and I was 16. I was like, one day I want to be a bodybuilder. And she's like, okay, whatever. Nobody talks about bodybuilding back then. It wasn't as popular as it is now.
Yeah.
So then I graduated high school 2005, went to college 2005 to 2009, and I was only focused on school and partying. So I quit the going to the gym every single day, and you could see it in my body, the results. And my body was completely different by the end of college, obviously, everyone goes to college. Yeah. So after college, I was working at a hospital, and I didn't have the shape I had anymore. And I used to get made fun of a lot. And people used to say how skinny I was. You should eat more, because I was a skinny kid. You should eat more of this, that. And I just got tired of hearing that. I'm like, this is not me. I'm athletic. I'm not this skinny guy. I started bringing up memories from high school. Like, that's who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not this guy with no confidence. I wasn't that person.
Yeah.
So originally that was the inspiration. It was like, I didn't want to hear that anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be almost like bullied.
Were you though? Were you like skinny or just that's just like random shit? Cause
I was skinny. I was skinny, but I had abs. So it was like a little.
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm skinny right now or anything like that. But like, it's just like I guess you could call it a Caribbean thing as well too. My mother's Cuban, so every time I come around like my aunts and shit, and you have abs, to them you starving.
Exactly.
And they're like, look at this poor guy. He hasn't eaten in weeks. I'm like, I actually have like.
Yeah, even
I've probably had like 105 meals.
Seriously.
This week.
Yeah, but my metabolism was crazy. No matter what I ate.
So you just couldn't put it on.
Couldn't put anything on. It was because I wasn't eating the proper foods. I wasn't educated on eating the proper foods. So I would just eat whatever I wanted, and it just turned into I lost confidence. I was getting bullied for being skinny, and that was the inspiration to start originally.
Yeah.
So I started competing in 2012. Got second place in my first show. Let me not mention how much I weighed. So when I started bodybuilding, I was 145 pounds at 5'8". So I was not in
145. That's when you started. 145.
145.
5'8".
5'8". Yeah. Did my first show 2012. Got second place. I'm like, okay, this is the first year for men's physique, and I can see a lane for me, to be successful in bodybuilding, because I know I can't get as big as bodybuilding.
How was after walking off that show, second place? How was like your adrenaline?
Oh, I was hyped. I was like, man, I have something in this sport. I could really do something. Like, what's next? Let's just hit another show. So we did another show after that, got second place again. Then my third show, I won as an amateur. I won the overall. Nice. So I'm like, let's go to national level. Let's step it up.
Yeah.
Went to my first national show, placed 7th. So I got in the second call out of like 7 call outs and placed in the middle. So I was right there. I was so close to getting that first call out. For me, it was a loss, because I'm like, it was a loss, but I also learned, and I got motivated by the learning lesson.
Yeah.
And so the very next show I did was nationals in Miami down here, and turned pro. Won my class and turned pro. And so that inspiration was like, okay.
What year was that?
2013. Yeah. So the inspiration turned from being bullied and wanting to be better to now this is becoming a job in my life, and now I want to be great at this. Yeah. So that was my inspiration. I want to be better. And then eventually I won my first pro show, qualifying for the Olympia. And now my inspiration is, because I won all these major titles, I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Even if I quit bodybuilding today, I've gotten all the major titles. I've obtained those titles. Yeah. So even if I quit today, I'll be happy. Yeah. Now, for me, my inspiration is the fans, to do it for the people.
Gotcha.
Because now it's like these people are almost depending on me to stay on cross all my T's, dot all my I's, make sure all my work is done, doing my cardio, because they kind of need that. I'm like the engine for a lot of fans. If people don't see me in the gym, they're not going to be motivated. Some people get motivated, even for you. Some people probably get motivated just by seeing you in the gym. Oh, so shit. I understood that, like, people almost need me for that inspiration. So that's my inspiration is for the people.
My inspiration, that I bestow upon people, they see me walk in the gym and they're like, here comes that guy who's about to start talking that shit again. Let's hurry up. Let's hurry up so we can get out of here. Turn the volume up so we can get away from this dude. But so I could honestly see that. But like, do you understand right now at this moment? I mean, it has to be so like kind of like surreal, like where it sets in. But dude, you are like, I don't care what the weight class is. Yeah. Like, you've stepped on the Arnold stage. You've stepped on the Olympia stage. Like, do you understand? Like, me and you are the same age pretty much. Yeah. And we grew up, and not for nothing, when we grew up, the greatest rivalry was going down. I don't care what anybody says. The Jay and Ronnie Coleman was the greatest shit ever. Like, just watching that was amazing. Yeah, for sure. You couldn't pick who you wanted to win.
They both looked amazing.
They both looked amazing. And on top of that, it was like, okay, cool. Jay was the underdog. Yeah, I'd like to see if he wins this year. But then, like, you would see how Ronnie looked, and you had to actually get a magazine because you couldn't see the shit online. And you would see the picture, and you would go, what the hell?
It's real.
Dude, you could literally get a magazine from the next year and the year before and look at both of them and see the comparisons, and you would be like, these guys are like dinosaurs almost.
Seriously.
Like, it was unreal.
It's crazy. I can't imagine seeing that in person at that time. Like, I was young. I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, dude, but that's like you now. Like,
if
there was the magazine still booming, like if these guys weren't lazy,
right,
and would go out and would want to read more than 30 seconds,
yes,
or didn't wait for 15 seconds for somebody to take their shirt off on IG,
yeah,
dude, that's you.
Yeah.
Like, I know it doesn't set in because you're not like.
I'm still in it.
Yeah, that's you.
I just wrote a caption. I'm like, bro, I'm literally still writing my journey, and I've accomplished so much. Like, I can look back and be like, dang, I did this and that. That's crazy. But it's like, I'm still writing. It's not over yet.
Well, that's why.
What else? What's in the future?
Yeah,
like,
that's why I wrote the inspiration thing, because honestly, you set the flame and passed the torch for so many other kids that think, well, what can I do with my life?
Yeah.
And then you even broke it down on a higher level. There's a lot of people out there that get fucking body shamed all the time.
For sure. For whether you're fat or you're skinny.
And, look, I body shame myself all the time. I always make fun of myself because that's just what I do. You know what I mean? I call myself a fat effer or whatever. It's like the first time I don't drop an F-bomb in here. But, I call myself all kinds of shit. Pig, all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, because it really doesn't bother me. I know if I gain the weight, I'm going to lose it.
Exactly. You know what to do.
Yeah. I'm going to get up and do it. And I'm hoping that a lot of these people who hear this understand. And you're coming from another point. I know a lot of people back in the day were like, I'm overweight and it's killing me. It's breaking me down. You're coming from another scale.
It's the same struggle.
You're trying to gain weight.
Yeah, it's
and
the same
you're
struggle.
explaining that to them.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Yeah, it's the same. I can relate to when I hear stories of people who are overweight that lost 200 pounds. Like, I get emotional because I know what that means. I know how that feels because I was a skinny kid getting made fun of, and I had to work and put in sacrifice and time to build what my dream physique, to build my goal physique. So it's like I'm just coming from the other side.
Yeah, and and I'll say this because, and I've been on both sides of this spectrum, and I know you have probably as well too, is I know when you're overweight, it sucks because you can't eat, and when you're underweight, you have to eat and you can't eat.
And
you're like, you're starved, like you're starving, you're hungry, but it's like you said, the quality and the types of food you have to eat, sometimes they're not pleasing to the eye.
Exactly.
But
or taste
you
buds.
just gotta like shovel it down, and it sucks, dude. It's emotional too.
That's
at
the
some
sacrificing.
point,
you're sacrificing pleasure of the taste.
Yeah,
pleasure of your brain getting satisfaction from foods. Like
and a lot
this ain't chocolate. This broccoli ain't chocolate.
No, and of course anybody could just say, hey, let me get some ranch and dress this bad boy up and make it taste good. But that's not how the thing works.
No,
you can't. Unfortunately, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
You can't outwork a bad diet either.
No, at all.
No matter how much you train.
You know what? I'll say this. I don't know if it's something that just got bestowed upon my genetics, or I hope it's not, because then that just mean that I'm like in my DNA, I'm broke.
Yeah, you're stuck.
I just gotta pass that shit along. You know, it's like I told these guys here at BPI. I'm like, if my dad put you in the will, you're done. You're not going to college. It's a wrap on you.
You're already in the will.
Put the curse on your ass. That shit comes on a squirrel. That's how long the lineage of that will has been passed down. Yeah. But no, what I was saying is, man, it's like you said. We grew up different eras and different places and whatnot.
Sure.
But
culture.
Dude, I've told people, we were broke, and like my mom worked multiple jobs, and dude, I mean, I think my family probably inspired the dollar menu. Like, shit, we I mean, dude, we were all about it. And I think they were probably like, we see these people in here every day, twice a day. Like, maybe we should just drop the food down for $1 for them and they'll just keep coming back.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get them 3 times a day. But truth be told, dude, when we were in Chi, I mean, I used to tear up briefcases with my brothers and sisters all the time. We'd go to White Castle and tear it down. Tear it down. I mean, it was no joke. Like, I think we got so used to eating fast food and playing sports.
Right.
And, the other day, one of the things that Davi said was, he was like, he was telling me, he's like, yo, honestly, I'd rather just go to like BK or Mickey D's and grub out because, it's bad fats and carbs and whatever the case is, but at least it's not sugars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's kind of right. Sugars is a killer.
It's the sugars and sodium.
It's a killer.
Yeah.
It is. It really is a killer.
Diabetes, being overweight, obesity.
Yeah, like some people really underestimate how much sugar they take in. Mm-hmm. I mean, you lose track. I mean, I've been on a binge before where you go and you eat a cookie and you're like, yeah, no, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
And the serving size is like half a cookie and you're like,
but it's not even
6 deep.
It's not even just straight sugars that are bad for you. It's the carbs too. What carbs you're eating, because the carbs turn into sugars as well.
Yeah.
So like those things combined, it gets crazy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, he brought that up as well too, and you're right about it. You know what I mean? The fries and that bread ain't bread. I'm sorry to tell you that bread is not bread. That shit is so hard after a point. Like it's just not bread.
Yeah.
Like, you're
after
better
a
off
day,
taking off a bottom bun and doing whatever it is you do, but that is not bread.
No.
Like, I'm sorry to say, I don't know what it is, but that got to be something else. But yeah, that was something that was something that I felt growing up, I guess. You know what I mean? We would eat fast food all the time and play sports and whatever the case was. I guess when you're a kid, you don't feel it. But
no, you don't. You don't care though as a kid.
Yeah, like, a lot of my brothers and sisters, for some reason, I'm not saying we outwork a bad diet or whatever the case is. We've grown and our diets and everything else have adjusted. But man, growing up, you can get away with some of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you get older,
it catches
like you
up.
said, that shit'll catch you.
It catches
up. So you gotta move off of
Not
that.
only do you feel it, but you see it. And some things are just not worth, seeing or feeling the way you feel.
And I think that's something that I stressed out to a lot of the people as well, too. And the trainer, base upon your looks and how you feel, that's how you should judge it.
Facts.
And not on how skinny you are judged by a scale. Saying you weigh X amount of weight, or somebody that comments and says something to you. I mean, let them worry about their own body. You do yours and you get yours, and it is what it is. Because I did that trainer, and the trainer, I only lost 9 pounds, but I lost 5.6% body fat. So I went from 14.2 to 8.6. And
so it's
the
just
difference in the numbers when we gauged each body part was drastic. It was almost double.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in the loss, it was like subtracted by double.
Yeah. So got you.
So it was drastic, and that's why I tell people, at this point in time, the scale's a lie.
Yeah, it is.
The scale's a lie.
The scale is just a number. You got to look at the mirror, how you're looking and how you're feeling. The scale, because you can put me, like, I'm 5'8", 200 pounds. You can put the same person that's 5'8", 200 pounds, but the body fat percentage could be totally different. Me at 5% body fat, the same weight and height, is totally different from someone who's 20% body fat with the same weight and height. So it's not about the number. Yeah. It's about how you're looking.
I think what it is half the people, I would like to say probably more than half the population, they just wake up out the gate and just don't like the way they look. Yeah. They criticize themselves and they don't bless themselves for what they already have. And it's easy to look in the mirror and say, well, you have this and you have that and you have this and you haven't done that. But you're somebody who gets to wake up every day. You appreciate the way you look. And you know if you gained any weight, you can lose it. Yes. And you're happy with what you do. And I think that's a message as well to send out to some of these people. Be happy with what you got, because you started somewhere and you decided to make the changes.
You decided everything is affected by your decisions. Yeah. So if you can eat that pizza, but you know what's going to happen if you eat that pizza, or you can eat the chicken breast. You know what's going to happen if you eat that chicken breast. It's all about our choices. Oh, yeah. And what you want to be. So if you wake up mad because you don't like your physique, bro, that's your fault. Yeah. Like, that's your problem. That's a personal problem. Yeah, it's on you. You know what I mean? Yeah, nobody's going to make you eat this food or do the cardio.
I agree. Look, I know a lot of guys out there, and I see the commercials every day. And let me tell you something. Those commercials are BS. And I've gone as far as you can go, and I'm just never going to use the spray. But as you can see, your boy has no fucking hair up here. I got no hair up here. And I rock this cut every day through and through. And the only thing I can imagine is, how short am I going to cut my hair next? What's my next do? What's my next move? And you know what? It is a fact that a lot of guys, it dwells on you, and you're like, man, I wish I had some hair. I really would like to have some hair. But, I don't got it. Yeah. So since I don't got it.
You get You got to be comfortable with it.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to find, which I think I pretty much have them, and it doesn't look it now because obviously I don't got a cut, but I got a badass barber who's going to do something to my beard, and after that point, you know, I'm probably going to have to just start doing my eyebrows again. Maybe pierce my ears again and work on that. But a lot of people, what they do is they mislead themselves. And I think a lot of people, when it starts, they should be grateful for what they have. And someone like you saw that, and I'm glad that you practice as well as preach it out to everyone because some of these guys just don't get it. Like, they give it a week or 2 weeks and they give up, and you just broke it down to them. Like how since you were young, you worked out, you trained as an athlete, and even after coming out of college, you worked in a hospital. Times got rough. People were still clowning, and you were like, you know what? Not going to happen. And then, boom, the scale just rose.
Yes.
And you just took off.
My confidence,
everything.
Everything.
Yeah, and those first few steps energy, must have sucked.
Yeah, it
those
did.
First days, you're sore as hell.
Well, because you're not, that's the thing. A lot of people are not patient either. So I didn't see the results immediately. I had to really trust the process and do the work. And just do it. Just keep going. Even if I didn't see the results in a month. Yeah. Bro, just keep going because your body is only going to respond to what you give it. Like, our physiques now is a result of what we ate and how we trained months ago. Yeah. Our physiques in a couple months is a result of what we're eating and training now. Yeah. So, like, it's just about being aware of what you're eating and what you're doing.
And then that's why a diet works the way it works. Yeah. Within the 6-week time frame of doing well, you're going to get to where you want to be if you can actually, chomp down and get it
done. Put
the
work in.
And then if you give it those 2 extra weeks, that's what I always told them with the 8-week trainer, you're going to look good. Yeah. Because you're going to cap it off. Exactly. And now you got 2 months under your belt. You see what you're capable of. Yes. And then from there on out, it's like you said, if you just keep going.
Just keep going.
Boom.
The results will come.
Yeah.
The body has no choice but to do what you tell it to do. It doesn't work on its own. Yeah. It's going to respond. Us getting sick, it's a result of what we're eating. Or it's our body is just a response. I feel like it just responds to everything. You get overweight, it's a response. You get skinny, it's because it's a response.
Oh no! So I definitely agree.
We're in control of our physiques. We're in control of our whole lives in our body.
Sure, that's what's up, brother. So, real quick for some of the fans out there, let's see. Let's ask most fan asked question that you ever get.
I'd say, well, a lot of my fans are competitors. Okay. So a lot of the questions they ask are like some tips before competing. Okay. So, self-care.
Self-care.
Yeah. That's something that I would have told myself when I was younger. Self-care, man. Take care of yourself. Massages, seeing the chiro, stretching,
I put that in there.
Foam rolling. Those are so important to growth and just health. And it's never too late to start. I started late. I didn't start my foam rolling massage therapy until last year. Like, I just started, and I've been in the game for 7 years, so I was neglecting it all those years.
Mike had to drive me to my appointment. I did my whole realignment, acupuncture, deep tissue massage. Well, not deep tissue massage, more like trigger therapy. Mike watched me get knocked out there as well too.
Get killed.
Yeah, your boy. Yeah, your boy got slaughtered in there. So that's the same thing I preached as well. You know, mind, body, and soul.
That's right, man.
You got to be one, and if you're one,
also
you can do
meditating, or yoga, the mental part too. This sport is all mental. Our bodies are affected by how we're thinking and what we want to do with ourselves. So when you have mental clarity, it's so much easier to eat that chicken and do that cardio.
No, not even that. Imagine workouts. Have you ever gone into the gym
training
and just
too.
Felt weak and you're like, damn, this is going to be a shitty workout?
Yeah.
I always tell everybody, those are the most important workouts if you can get them done because you're actually fighting through a barrier.
Now you're testing mental strength. Yeah. That's why I love bodybuilding.
And not every day's a home run, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Not every day's a home run. Nope. You can't just go in and squat 495 every day, 10 for 10, and it just is what it is. You know, it doesn't work that way. You know, the bodies can only do so much, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you were saying that's why you love bodybuilding. Yeah. Off of.
I found my mental strength through bodybuilding. I found out how strong I actually am when I take those losses, I don't like go, I'm like sad, sulk in it.
Yeah.
That's mental strength. I'm like, yo, what can we do to fix this? And how can we get better? Let's get better. I didn't repeat my title at the Mr. Olympia last year. I wasn't like sad. I knew what happened leading up. I knew what happened those last few hours, what changed my physique. And now I know it's a learning lesson. Now I know what to do so that doesn't happen again. Nice. It's that mental strength.
So that's the breakdown right there. So for those guys that are asking those tips, looking for what you need on that drive, obviously Brandon's replying back to you guys. But that's what it is. That's what it is. Another thing that I always, obviously I'm not as popular as you are online, and I'm lucky I get to be on the Scoop, and I get to reach out to a lot of people on the BPI fan page as well too. And I've also heard this when I was working with, I worked with Simeon Panda a while back when we were both together with the same brand. And one of the things that we would bring up when we had like a little seminar was, when he started the gym, and I would say the same as well too. We both worked out like in Chi, and my brother grew up in the Chi as well too, a little more than myself, and he had time to work out, train, play sports. When I would go to the gym, my brother was like, suit up, and I literally had to go in there with like sweats and sweatpants, and like you couldn't see a thing on me. You didn't know if I was fat, skinny, swole, whatever the case was. You just knew I was in a full jumpsuit. And my brother's like, this ain't about coming here and showing off, even though he had like a full cut sleeve shirt, like, that shit was like, you could see his whole entire body through the shirt. But, he earned it. So
that's the confidence though.
Yeah, when I got to the gym, he's like, this shit ain't about coming here and showing off your body and doing this and doing that. Dude, there wasn't even cameras then. I had like a Nokia that played Snake, and I didn't even have a Razor yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like in high school waiting for the Razor.
Right.
And, one of the big lessons that I'm getting to is I never went to the gym to take a picture. I never went to the gym, took a picture, and honestly, I never had a MySpace either. Or even with Facebook when it first started, I never started posting stuff to just be like, yo, look at me, I'm swole, I'm ripped, I go to the gym, look how hard I go. I never did that. And there are some people who did, and it was very inspirational, and it reached out to a lot of people, and it started this fad. But the thing is, like, a lot of these guys who want to do what you're doing, I mean, I think it's important that they heard your message, because you said you did it to overcome something for yourself.
Yes.
And then you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And you pursued it for yourself.
That's why.
It wasn't about likes.
No.
It wasn't about dislikes.
No.
How many comments.
No.
I
didn't, even if I did
you.
post, bro, it wasn't, I never posted to get those likes.
No.
I posted because, what I'm doing is working, and here's the results. Look at the results of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I show the foods that I eat. I'm showing the cardio. I show some workouts that I do to help get my results. Yeah. It's for me. It's not ever for the likes.
And you go in there. I mean, you remember not even having a phone. I mean, dude, I remember having a CD player. She used to pop open every 5 seconds. My CDs were bootlegged, so I would copy them and. It was
wipe
so,
it off.
I had to wipe the shit off. You hoped when your homie showed up so you can trade him CD or some shit. You're like, dog, I got like 6 of the 7 songs you got on here the same, so just give my CD back. But
it's crazy.
But you would go to the gym with 0 distractions, other than if like an amazing, and this goes for guys and girls, chick or guy walked in, but if a chick walked in and she was amazing, you were like, okay, cool, let me take a pause.
It's a little motivation.
Let me walk to the fountain. But aside from that, how many pauses did you ever take? Barely any.
Yeah, no,
barely any.
Just keep going.
I mean, these guys nowadays, they're recording every set, every rep, everything. And I'm like,
pausing.
Dog, you know how much more work you could be doing if you just put that shit down?
I'm still like that. My training is intense. Like, I don't sit here and try to like pause. Like, if I'm training with someone, my only break is during their set.
Yeah,
and then it's back to
and then you get back to it.
Back to my set. There's no time for anything else. I'm here to work. I'm not here to show off. I'm not here to look good for people. I'm here to work.
I feel you. I mean, when you get the chance, you get the camera crew. And I'll tell you what, the shit is real, because I saw you go down to Elevate Nutrition, Elevate Fitness in Wynwood.
Yeah.
And Elevation Fitness in Wynwood. I'm sorry about that. With Arthur. Arthur is one of our hugest fanboys here in the building.
Yeah.
And I saw one picture with you guys, and I was like, these guys really went in there to go tear.
Oh yeah, we killed it. We were talking, we were having fun, but when it was our set, we were working. Drop sets. That we were dying, sweating. It was good. Good energy.
Oh, that's what's up. I'm glad. I'm glad you got down there. I'm glad you got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Maybe next time after all the shows are done, we'll get down there and enjoy the party scene
Enjoy
a little
it.
bit.
Yeah, exactly.
That way we can hang out.
After Arnold, probably.
After Arnold? All
Yeah.
right, cool. So after Arnold, any other shows you got in the works?
So I'll be going. So Arnold going for my second title, then going to Olympia for my second title.
Nice.
Way better mindset going into these shows. I just feel so like motivated because I know the mistake I made last year for Olympia and I know how to change it. So like when I change it, let's see what happens with these results when I change it. Okay. So I'm excited to see what I don't
want to dab into it. I don't want to dab into it because I want to see the fans get to see it. And obviously this is like a masterpiece. So you got to work at it with your time frame and see where it gets you. So definitely don't want to jump onto that. So I'm gonna leave the Olympia hopefully for another episode when you get
there.
Back.
You go. We focus on Arnold.
Put the trophy up here and we talk about it.
Olympia.
But the Arnold's coming up soon, man.
Yeah.
It's close by you in Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to drive every year to the Arnold. I don't know why I did that. 6 hours driving, and I was competing too. But this year we're gonna fly, get in there early. Relax, just eat,
we
train,
buying
sleep.
that flight? We paying that shit, right?
I think so.
Okay, cool. We better at least we can do it with the company. You know what I'm saying?
We got to work that out for sure. But yeah, I'll be competing at the Arnold. I'm super excited. There's a guy, Andre Ferguson. He is a current 2-time champ, Arnold champ, and he's going for his 3rd title. So I'm excited to beat him.
Nice.
I'm excited.
Nice.
Shout out Andre. We're on the same team, Dark Sport team. But
that's what's up.
Even though we're cool, we're both very highly competitive. So I know he wants to beat me. He loves beating me, and I love beating him.
Yeah.
We're at the top of the industry, so it's cool. It makes it more competitive. It makes the prep more fun.
Honestly, something that I love about this, your physique, a lot of people don't know this. Like they probably see it, and there's so much shit you can do in pictures.
Yeah.
And I shit you not, this guy's waist is like the size of the cup right here that I'm holding in my hand. It's a shaker cup if you can't see this and you're just hearing it on the audio. But Brandon's waist is so small, and then he just booms everywhere else. His legs are definitely the track running did something.
Yeah, right.
Because his legs are jacked. His arms are jacked. This guy is full as hell. And I'll tell you what. I mean, you're killing it. And you're also... Oh, my mom's calling me.
Yeah.
Mom, you got to wait.
There you go.
Hold on 1 second. You're killing it. And you're competing.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people these days are just getting off. And more power to them in the sense that they have a ton of knowledge and whatever they're practicing and preaching, a lot of people are doing and it's working for them. But I honestly like to see the hard work put in and then prove it. Because you're going out there and you're going against the best.
Right.
Like you're going against one of your guys that's on the same team.
Yes.
Which there's no secrets there. Whatever he's learning, you're learning.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's it's like fighting a dude in your same dojo back in the day.
Seriously, bro.
We're
watching each other.
Yeah.
I know he's watching me.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the same.
So that honestly, in my honest opinion, is something that is like so big and I have so much respect for. Like I've never competed myself and I always like have that in the back of my mind that I'm like, damn, maybe I should like step it up and do something because there's a lot of people out there that preach and they know their shit and they got the breakdown on subs and nutrition and the fitness and the workouts, and they just don't put that final foot to ass. And you're doing that and you're on top of the game.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people will hype it up. They'll hype it up leading up to the show, show all these amazing pictures, crazy, and then they get to the show and they get like 5th, 6th, 7th. Nothing happens. No, the result. What happened this whole time? And man, I stay quiet, bro. Like I won major titles, and I'm still just grinding. Like I don't have nothing. I train like I don't have anything.
Yeah.
Because I know I know how it feels to be at the bottom, to be broke, to have no titles, having to pay for all my supplements, having to pay for all my food, my gym memberships. I never want to go back to that. So I make sure that I remain humble, remain who I am, and just keep working hard because the work is what got me here in the first place. So that never changes.
Sure, that's what's up, man. I honestly, a lot of people really need to check this out, and I hope we can pump this post up as much as possible when the Scoop episode drops.
Yeah,
a lot of people really need to hear this.
I think
especially kids. They need to hear this because, dude, I'm trying to get something started, and I have a high school around here that was a competitor high school that one of my old middle school teachers works at. And he's like, dude, a lot of the kids there, even the athletes, are having a lot of trouble. They're not producing and building like they used to.
Lazy, huh?
They're lazy.
Yeah.
They don't want to go to practice. A lot of them are calling off. Like if it's a job or something. You know what I mean? Like just taking a sick day.
Yeah.
So
for sure, I could see that.
He was actually telling me, like, yo, can you get some people to come down here, from BPI, any athletes, anything like that, from here to March? And I said, you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get some athletes to go down there. If I could have had the opportunity with you and if it still stands, I would love to go down there and do it. I would like to get some athletes go down there and speak to some of these guys because I think a lot of these people really need to hear the message. And it starts at the youth, and these guys need to believe in themselves a lot more. I think there's too much on the internet, and people believe too much. Just because they read on the internet doesn't mean it's real, bro.
Exactly. So they lose confidence in themselves. They're like, I can't be like him.
Yeah.
This guy that they're watching on the internet, I can't be like him.
And then they hear your story.
Yeah.
And then they see your achievements, and you're like, dude,
I started the same way.
If anything worse, you guys got a better chance.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have no social media back then. It wasn't like that.
No, dude, all magazine. And and I know what you were saying. Like, you had to buy your own subs. Sometimes you couldn't even afford the magazine. You had to stay in the store, read that shit, not get caught, and then book.
And then leave. I used to go to Jewel, bro. I remember going to Jewel, reading the magazines, and then leaving. Just to read the magazines.
I remember coming back and buying an old magazine because I was like, I like that shit so much. When I get the money, I'm going to come back and buy it. And the new issue would be sitting there. I'm like, man, this is a hard sell.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. You gotta make your way up, and you gotta believe in yourself. And that's a good message that I think a lot of people need to hear. And I know we're running short on time. So, when we get to it, we're going to give them a full breakdown. And right before we sign off, I wanted to touch up on, you mentioned the quality of foods. So I wanted to show something off. I know a lot of people who are watching would get to see this. It's a new protein by BPI Sports. It's a veggie protein. And like Brandon was saying, growing up, sometimes our choices, our selections weren't the greatest in food. And I want people to know out there, a lot of things have been popping up on vegetarian and vegan-based diets. Guys, don't be afraid of veggies. Honestly, protein is protein. It is sourced out in different ways and absorbed differently and in different time frames. But you really need to play the odds to this. A lot of people out there, whether it's ISO, whey, egg-based protein, sometimes these proteins can sit heavy in our stomachs, and something like a veggie-based protein is very light. I've never seen somebody eat a salad that didn't have, what is it, Ebola or something that's going on with salads? I don't know what's going on with lettuce right now. But
with lettuce.
Obviously, when I eat salads, I make them more spinach-based. I've never seen anybody eat a salad that didn't have dressing and go, you know what, I think that salad jacked my stomach up. So,
true.
In all reality, guys, it's a veggie-based protein, and just because it's vegan-friendly and vegetarian-friendly, and it's a vegan-based protein, it's still protein. It's still protein.
Protein is protein.
It's going to have a great absorption rate, and it's also going to sit easier in your stomach.
Exactly.
That's just the breakdown from the source where it comes from. So for a lot of you guys out there, we always mention making better choices on meals. Again, just because it's a cheat meal, it doesn't have to be anything that is like Instagram wow, where it has, again, the bacon, the avocado, the fried eggs, and the spear going through it, and whatever the case is. Make better choices on your foods, and that goes for supplements as well too. Again, you have to be loyal to yourself when it comes to supplementation. Pick the supplements you feel comfortable and best with. But again, don't just turn your face
Right.
on a specific protein because it says veggie.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, don't be afraid to try something new because you never know. It might work for you.
Yeah.
It actually might be better for you. It actually might taste better for you.
Yep.
So don't be afraid to try new things.
And it's it can be, life changing because a lot of athletes do end up changing their diet regimen when playing sports to maintain a certain endurance. And sometimes it is vegan or vegetarian.
Yeah.
So or pescatarian, or there's so many tarians. I don't even know.
I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with it, with the thought of it. But I feel like a lot of uncomfortable situations can be helpful and beneficial for you.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You grow from being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So sometimes being uncomfortable is a good thing.
Yeah. You're actually right. You see how you are in a situation, and you see how you are against the odds, and sometimes you come out and you're like, I
handled it.
Yeah, that was a lot easier. You know what I mean? I mean, but again, guys, the takeaway here is believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Brandon's living proof of it. Against all odds, if you don't believe in yourself and push through, you'll never see what you can do. All right?
Yeah.
And
stay consistent.
Yeah.
Work hard. Stay humble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Always
stay humble. Stay grateful to all those people that are around you and show you so much love. Don't ever go the extra mile to give more negativity to them because you're going through a hard time. They're standing up for you, so stand up for them as well, too. There's going to be a lot of people who have your back. And if they don't, that should give you more encouragement.
More motivation.
To push against them.
That's
and
fuel
when they
to the
do,
fire.
Yeah. And
prove, I always say, prove your haters wrong and prove the people that support you right. So it's all motivation. It's all fuel. I love when people say I can't do it. Or I love when people don't predict me in the top 5. Okay, let's go work harder. And that's where one of my quotes, I always say 5 more for a hater. So leading up to the show, they would always take me, every time they would say something negative about me, I would literally go back to the gym and do 10 more minutes of cardio.
So wait, is that your saying? Is that like on your, like you make shirts?
It's my thing, bro. I have a few. Ain't no if. It's when. Ain't no ifs. It's when. It's a mental thing. When I win the Olympia, when I get my second title at the Olympia. Not if. So I don't even say if anymore. When I catch myself saying if, I stop. When. I always stop myself and say when.
Okay.
So ain't no if. I have who ain't working. So who ain't working? I'm here grinding. Who's not working around here? Who ain't working? And then 5 more for a hater.
See, Brandon's messages are super positive. Mine's is show them the bad news. That's mine.
There you go.
So if they ever want to see it, I deliver the bad news.
You got them right there for them.
Deliver the bad news. So next time you get in the top 5, let them know. Here's the bad news.
Bad news.
I was the first call out.
Yeah.
Let them know.
For sure, man.
So if I ever get the chance to, brother, and you do come back down with one of these times, let's see if we could team up and let's see if we can get out. Get some of these schools.
Yes.
Reach some of these kids and talk to them. And same thing. Maybe I might get a chance to go out there and we pay a visit to some of those cats in Shy.
Exactly.
Some of those schools out there, a lot of people underestimate. Them shits are tough.
A lot of kids are lost, man. It's kind of sad, and that's why I'm really grateful to be in a position to be to be able to relate to these kids because I'm a Black American and living in Chicago. So I'm trying to help these kids get out the streets, get in the gym.
Yeah, I know what
there's so many benefits to going to the gym. You can get girls by going to the gym. Like, you don't have to be in the streets, just to get girls.
Yeah.
You can meet a lot of friends. You have nothing to lose but body fat by going to the gym. That's literally the only thing you have to lose. Stress. You lose stress.
Trust me, hard times. Yeah. You hold a lot of stress.
Because the stress creates body fat.
A lot of people can hold in stress and they don't realize it. Just because they just sit in there. Yeah. And they can brush it off, but it builds up. And as opposed to the guy that you see, we got a guy in here, Davi. He's always screaming. I think Davi's the most stress-free guy. Yeah. He just screams all day, like all the time. He's like, "Have you seen this cup? I got this cup. Yeah, this cup." Yeah. You're like, "Hey, Davi, take it easy. Chill. Take it easy.
It's just a cup.
It's a cup, bro. 12 o'clock. We're gonna go lift. Yeah. Okay. Let's go lift. Fucking cup.
Yeah.
Like, dude, take it easy. I'm not even gonna wear the same shirt as him again at the gym. I might rip it off. But that can definitely knock off a lot of stress. A lot of people who hold that stress. I mean, kids hold stress these days too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so school,
for
you
sure.
You gotta take tests. You gotta deal with shit. Like you said, you dealt
course.
with bullying, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bullying has risen onto another scale now. So
with social media,
these kids going to school.
Mm-hmm.
They got to deal with a lot of shit. You imagine somebody post something whack on social media about you?
Yes, exactly. Now you got to go to school and deal with the kids at school and face it. Yeah.
Somebody posted some shit you didn't want to post.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy now.
Oh,
Can't even imagine.
Who knows? I was wild myself back
hey,
in the day,
go to the gym. Everything is literally. If you want to fix anything, if you're angry, if you're happy, any kind of mood you're in, going to the gym is only going to benefit you.
Yeah, and you know what? Just take everything out there.
Yeah,
I mean, that's our advice on that. And
for sure.
And honestly, guys, if we missed out on anything and you guys want to hear about it, always send us a message, bpisports.com. You could write us directly to our emails. You could reach out to Brandon. Yeah. And anything we can answer for you guys, we'll definitely answer if we didn't touch up on now. And anything you want to hear about, for the next time, we'll definitely make sure to go over it. I mean, I could probably sit here till 3 o'clock talking about it all day. So you know what I mean?
We could.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
I gotta train.
Yeah.
We gotta train.
We gotta get this guy food and he got to train. So
yep.
we're gonna get to it. And guys, please listen to the man. He's been there. He's done that.
For sure. Stay consistent. Keep working hard.
Win.
And win.
And win. Just let him know.
Yeah.
So,
just want a quick thank you, to BPI for
give a shout out.
Adding me onto the team, man. This is so cool. And going into 2020 and hitting all these shows with a whole new team that are so supportive of me. It's I have the best people behind me, so I'm ready to kill it next year.
Brother, we try to look out for ours as much as we can, man.
Yeah. And bring me down to Florida more often.
Yeah, I'm gonna look out for that ticket. That ticket was a little bogus. We're gonna work on that.
Yeah.
So again, thank you for joining me today on the Scoop. And we are gonna have you back.
For sure.
We need you back on the show.
Can't wait.
This needs to be like the fight, then the second fight, then the rematch, because everybody wants to see the same fight again, but you already know who's going to win the rematch.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. You will see Brandon again. And
Let's get it.
I hope you guys really take this man's message. He knows what the hell he's talking about. Win, baby.
Let's get it.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher. I'll see you next week.